Hello everyone and welcome back to the New Hampshire Business Show. My name is Chris Pastrana and today we're here with Nancy Deol from HeartBrain Marketing.
Yep.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. So let's get started. Talk to me a little bit about yourself and the business.
Sure, well we've been around about almost 2 years now, officially incorporated in early 2017 as an LLC, and we are a digital marketing agency. We are on the north side now. We used to be in Goffstown, but we finally settled and put a sign out front. It's a big thing. I finally got that done, and we do everything from search engine optimization to paid search. We do a little social media, not as much as you guys probably do. A lot of content marketing, content creation, blogging, website copywriting. Basically, if it's a digital, inbound marketing type of service, we offer it.
That's pretty cool.
Thanks.
So it's actually funny because you guys are progressively just a little bit further ahead than we are. Because one of my big goals is to get my own office with
Cool.
like my own little sign out front, and you're like just a little further ahead.
Just a smidge. I mean, we've been there for a year, and
Yeah.
almost a year, and I finally put a sign out front. I said to my landlord, Will Canteras, who you might be familiar with, he's got a lot of property in Manchester. I was like, I guess we should probably put a sign out now. It's been a while, and we turned up one day, and I didn't even notice the sign was right out front, so it was
That's
great.
funny.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah.
So let's get into this a little bit because this is an area most people mess up horribly.
Mm-hmm.
They're either not doing it right. I have no idea what they're doing. Actually, funny story. I was talking to one of my clients the other day, and someone from her, she's an affiliate for a larger company.
Mm-hmm.
So someone from the company was like, "You really need to look at digital marketing." So when she's talking to us, she was like, "Can you put digital marketing on our website?" And we're
man.
like, here we go.
Yeah. We do run into that sometimes. Not, usually clients find us through a variety of means. So, but even, some of my good friends and neighbors were like, so trying to understand, they're like, so what do you exactly do? And I'm like, well, I kind of do things so it's easier to find certain websites and pages and things on Google. Like we primarily focus on Google. And they're like, I don't understand. How do you do it? So, there's a lot that goes into it. And I've spent probably the last decade or so learning it, understanding it. And it's, to your point, too, it's also an industry that's, a service that's always changing.
Yeah.
You have to keep up with it. Google's making changes all the time. They actually just changed their AdWords. Now it's Google Ads, and it has a lot of like machine learning happening, which we ran a poll on our Twitter account. People are kind of like on the fence on whether they think that's a good thing or not. So we essentially help businesses, and services across both the U.S. and the world. We have international clients to be found by people who are looking for them. Either they, might not be aware of them, but they need to be. Maybe they're kind of considering finding, a product or service that they know they need, so they're actively searching with intent. Maybe they're at a stage where they're trying to decide whether or not they want to purchase this, or who they want to purchase from, or who they want to, contract with. And then maybe they're also, they made a decision and they just love, what these people are doing. They want to shout it from the rooftops. So we work through a whole phase of like that kind of marketing sales funnel. So there's a lot of moving parts.
That's pretty cool.
Thanks.
And I tell people this all the time because I actually wrote a blog about this yesterday, which is kind of amusing.
Cool.
When people, they have this habit of just saying, "Oh yeah, we want to advertise with word of mouth." And so what's funny about that to me is I'm like, if no one knows who you are, no one's talking about you.
Right.
So word of mouth is an excuse. It's just like this myth that people like to perpetuate. And like, this is the greatest marketing, but you don't know what you're doing.
Right.
So, and that kind of falls into what we're talking about is if they don't know who you are, like, they're not going to find you. You can have the best service in the world, the best product, but they'll never find you if, either they do it or they have someone like you help them get found online.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes we also help people, really at the high level awareness when it's like, well, I didn't know this even, to your point, even existed. And, oh, wow, that kind of looks cool. Maybe I am interested in, purchasing a new motorcycle from, this company. Or, hey, I didn't realize I could order, jewelry from that company, or wow, I'm actually, need a business to help me with like my supply chain logistics. I'm struggling at, my company trying to figure that out. So there could be many reasons behind it, but, a lot of times people think we just have to set up a website and they will come,
Yeah.
It's not really an if you build it, they will come situation, Unfortunately, maybe back in the 90s it was, and you could kind of put a website up, put some text on it, maybe some flashing, GIFs or something, and all of a sudden, boom, you're in business, right?
Yeah.
The .coms of the world back then, but, those kind of have been by the wayside, and now you have to keep updating. You have to keep creating content. You have to create good content, things that people want to find. And there's a lot of strategy behind it. And we use a lot of tools, too, to be able to do our jobs right. So, I could want to, when somebody types in, marketing agency from anywhere in the U.S., maybe I want to come up for that, right?
Yeah.
Now, is that realistic? Probably not.
Yeah.
Because, there's a million people who've done it, and my website's only a certain amount of years old, and it's also, not maybe one of the, the big ones, right? So it might be very hard to rank for, but there may be tons of searches. So I'm going to probably try to focus and figure out like what would be best to be found in my area, or maybe for a certain type of, vertical or type of product or type of service. So I kind of approach, and my team approaches people's challenges with, basically tell me about your business. Like you're asking me, like, what are your struggles? Like, let us take a look at what you've done in the past. Let's take a look at what Google thinks about you in your search console. People are like, what's a search console? So, there's a lot of technical expertise that, myself and my team have like worked on through the years and kind of just keep building on, so we can honestly provide the best service for marketing and to be found out there. So
yeah. And I think, again, an area that you're kind of touching on is that people I see mess up all the time is knowing their market. And I've had some people argue with me, but when someone says, oh, we used to sell to everyone, I mean, well, it doesn't help you when it comes to one SEO or even selling. Like,
Right.
If you can't target, then you run into a huge problem. So like you said, find that one vertical that you're very, very strong in, and you can kind of start pulling traffic to there. At least that'll help you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, and wouldn't it be great if we had multiple $1 million budgets like Coca-Cola and we could target to everyone?
Yeah.
But I'm used to working with like mostly small medium enterprises, some larger international companies or national companies we do work with, but for the ones that are smaller or like really in a like niche kind of field where it's like, oh, you have inspection software for what? Well, how many, people are there even out there that are going to be interested in that,
Yeah.
And what do we know about these people? Like we definitely work on the inbound methodology, but we also do a lot of strategic research. So we look into everything from like demographics to everything from age, gender, sex, income, like where are these people spending their time, and we also ask our clients things. We have a behemoth of a strategic audit. It's like a 29-page with lots of research as well linked into it. That we're working on scaling it down because it's a little intense, but all of this research and information does help kind of define where we need to go and what we need to do to help move the needle for them. And so far it's been pretty successful, and we've had some we haven't been around a while, but we have some longer term clients. And I always also ask them. I had a business development call the other day with a company that is very small, and they are looking to do something with a certain Microsoft product that they, have a skill set around. And they were like, well, we have these 4 or 5 things. And I'm like, well, I always tell people it's not bad to start small, especially if you're going to be starting to get that awareness out there and you're like advertising. You don't want to like take all your money and just throw it at, ads, even in a strategic way. You kind of want to start small and like, let's test.
Yeah.
And if you're going to fail, we always do say like, if we're going to fail at this ad, if it's not going to work based on our like theory, it's a little science there, right? You got to have the heart and the brain. It's like, let's fail fast then, But if we pick one, like what's your, I said to them, what's the product, or service in your case that, you make the most money on and takes the least amount of time, to work with. And they said, well, we make 10 to 15K off this one service we offer, and it takes about 4 hours to get it happening. I'm like, let's start with just this one thing.
Yeah.
And, try to go after that, make some money, and then you can reinvest it. I do believe in that too.
Yeah. Well, I love that you said that, because that's something I've even talked to other businesses about that before, where they're like, oh, we're doing great, we do all this stuff. But it's just kind of, everything's kind of being thrown up in the air at once.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, where's your, like you said, the one thing that's kind of easy to sell, doesn't require a lot of work, you can make a lot of money on it.
Yeah.
That's kind of where you should be focusing on, at least your initial growth.
Agreed.
Because that's a fantastic way to push your company forward. Then eventually you can, put other things in that take a little longer, specialty stuff. But that one thing is like, kind of focus on that.
Yeah, no, and it's hard because we want to do A, B, C, and D, and you feel like you have to be in all these places. But even and it's always hard. And to their point, they're like, we need somebody with fresh eyes, and that's a lot of times why people will bring us in.
Yeah.
Either they're small, business that closes a few contracts a year that make them a lot of money, and they just kind of want to scale, or it's a marketing manager or marketing director in a company who needs a team. We often act as that team, which a lot of agencies do. And I think having a fresh set of eyes, it's like, well, I'm going to see things about your business that you might not have even thought about. I'm going to ask you questions about your business that you might not have even thought about. And it doesn't matter, I don't think, what the industry or what the business is, because like I said, our clients are so varied. From medical and pharma and to, we have some that are, specific niche services. And then we have some that are like, e-commerce, large websites trying to attract other new clients or new customers. But even myself, I always think, oh man, if I only had more time to do like A, B, C, D, and E, and F for my business, right? So now it's like, even I'm taking a step back saying, okay, one blog a month right now is realistic. A blog every week is not realistic right now, and maybe doing a little bit of social media, like 1 or 2 posts a day, and planning them and scheduling them and having them in advance. That's realistic.
Yeah.
It's not realistic for me to just take a lot of money and just throw it at things. Have I done some tests? Sure. We recently tested Yelp ads, and we had a credit and we decided to test them. We're still testing. I don't know if it's a fit for my business.
Yeah.
And we've tested a few other things. I think what we really benefit from and what we bring to other people too is the idea of starting small and then again scaling as we go.
Yeah.
I'm not in it to make $1 million right away and just say, oh yeah, let's do all these things for you, because I want it to make sense. I want people to be comfortable.
Yeah.
So let's do a little project. Let's get the trust going, and then let's build from there.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's a good approach.
Thanks.
And like you said, little pieces at a time is easier, especially when you're talking about like marketing, where it's almost like a puzzle where you bring that one piece in that kind of works as its own unit. So maybe you do start the AdWords, or just whatever they call it now.
Google Ads. I know, we still call it AdWords too.
And so you take that one little piece, you get in there, it works, they understand it, it functions.
Yep.
And then later on, you're like, okay, so let's add this next little piece that works with it. They understand it, and you slowly start building out to a fully functional digital campaign that they understand.
Exactly. And there's education involved in that too, of course, because it is a real foreign, like we were talking about earlier, digital marketing, digital advertising. Like if you throw somebody and have them look at the back end of Google Ads, they're going to say, they're not going to know what to do with it. It's, you have to kind of get in there. So, my team, we have, kind of my right-hand girl, Chelsea. She is like our our SEM and social media advertising manager. She's been with me from the beginning, and she definitely is in there all day long, spending time, doing, ads for a variety of clients. So she's like, that's what Chelsea does, right? some people wear a few different hats too. Like I wear a lot of hats, of course, right? I can, I do a little bit of everything. And then business development, of course, and, meetings and all that stuff. But then, we have some writers and they also do some project management, or they do some SEO, or, so because we're a small team. So, we have to put our hats on, take our hats off. But, and I think, kind of the flexibility and agility that we try to preach to our clients that you have to have, and, like we'll flex to you, you flex with us. Let's like make it work. Because the more successful they are, the more successful we are.
Yeah.
It's only, that's the way it works. So I think that kind of approach is also beneficial too.
Yeah, I like that.
Thanks.
Good. So this is one of my favorite questions. Typically when you run into a business, what are they typically doing wrong?
When I run into a business?
Yeah, like what do you typically or very commonly see is like, that go-to where you're like, let's check this. Oh yeah, you messed that up too,
Well, a lot of times it's just not having, a focus, or not having an understanding of who the target audience is. Like oftentimes, I'll have a conversation and I'll say, well, who are you trying, who's buying your stuff? Who do you want to purchase your products? Who do you want to purchase your service? And they'll say, well, it has to be this person or it has to be that person. And I'm like, well, can you get in front of that person? Where do you think this person is? Are they online? And a lot of people also, kind of don't believe in certain things because of what they've read or heard. So I know a lot of people are like, oh, Facebook, I never want to advertise on Facebook. And I'm like, why don't you want to advertise on Facebook? There's 1 billion people on the planet on Facebook. You're trying to get in front of somebody like in normal business hours who are like, is super busy, but that same person is like mom or dad or grandma or grandpa who's coming home from their day at work and trying to figure out what the grandkids are doing. Can I get pictures of, there's so many ways. And I think people just don't understand that they have that ability, or that we have that ability to do that kind of targeting. So I think understanding who you're looking for and like being open-minded is kind of something that we've run into. It's like, no, we've always done it this way. We weren't happy with our last agency because of A, B, C, and D. So we want you to do A, B, C, and D. And I'm like, well, let's wait a minute. Let's actually like find out what is going to make the difference. Like again, too many things, balls in the air, not enough focus on like what truly matters. Yeah. So, and after we do a lot of our audits and our research and sometimes our digital strategies or our strategic audits, we find out, oh, you were trying to advertise to this person, but that's not the person based on your information and the data you've given me who's even looking or shopping for you. Yeah. So it's like, it's actually this person. They're like, whoa, had no idea. So I think a lot of times it's not putting the data, again, heart brain. So it's not putting the psychology with the data, with the understanding of like human nature kind of all together. Yeah. So, but it's, again, mostly too much going on, not enough follow through on what's happening. Yeah. Set it and forget it mentality a lot. Yeah. Like, oh, I set up an AdWords campaign 3 years ago. It's been running, all of a sudden I'm not getting results. It's like, you were getting results for that long and now you're not? Wow, you lucked out, honestly, because, you got to check in on those things. Yeah. And see, like, how they're doing. And even just being overexposed to the market on a single ad over time, it wears down. People have seen it. They're like, okay, whatever, same ad. Need a fresh stuff every once in a while. So yeah. And I think a lot of people, when they go like ad blind or they see the same thing, or I think part of the problem there too is like refreshing the creative, like like you're talking about, but also if they're not clicking on it and your ad's not working, like why are you gonna stick with the same one? So let's again test. Let's do a little test. If it's going to work, let's find out. We do like to see a few weeks of data with things, but sometimes if it's like one of these situations where we just need to like help our clients make some quick sales, we can do that too. I always tell clients when I work with them, my team works with them, you keep the communication open. We're always around to talk and, bounce ideas off us. And we'll bounce ideas off you. And, I had some people hire us the other day just because they were like, hey, just want you to look at this with fresh eyes, just, spend 4 or 5 hours taking a look at our business and let us know if we're crazy and our idea's not going to work. And I'm like, all right, I'll give it to you straight. Let's take it, a dive in and check it out. But it's interesting because I actually, for being a New Hampshire-based marketing agency, we actually don't have any local clients.
Really?
Yes.
That's funny.
So, that's why I was, kind of peeling back the curtain, put the sign out front,
Yeah.
coming to spend some time with you, kind of being like, I guess, hi guys, we're here,
Yeah, that's too funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is kind of odd. Now, it's kind of interesting because as far as marketing goes, you guys are pretty established, but you also sound like a business consultant.
Yes, I do a lot of business consulting, and it is marketing, but it's also people. Sometimes I have clients that just want to jump on a call and talk sales and marketing in general sense, and figure out hey, we've done this. What do you think's going to work next? And what do you think about? I've had people ask me to vet sales software and programs and stuff for them. We're, like I said, we're pretty flexible. Our core is SEO. SEM or Google ads or Facebook social media ads. We prefer to do the advertising portion versus the earned media type of thing. But and then content, we got a lot of writers who love to write, so that's kind of our big thing. We do some graphic design, we do some web development, but if people just want to talk to me about shop, let's do it. It never hurts to get a an hour long idea session.
Yeah. It's funny. So the more we talk, the more I realize our companies are very, very similar.
Cool.
You need a podcast.
I need a podcast.
And then we'll be in the
yeah,
same field.
there you go. Yeah, right. Down the line, maybe very down the line. I do love listening to podcasts.
Yeah.
So I'm a podcast at night at bedtime kind of girl.
Yeah.
Science Friday, I'll pop on, maybe some TED Talks.
That's funny.
Yeah, I like to listen to Gary Vee sometimes during the day.
Yeah,
he's
good.
great. He's great. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So people that want to learn a little more from you, how do they reach out?
Well, they can either, email us. We have a pretty simple email. It's chat@heartbrain.marketing. They can also, give us a call. We have our number on our website, or they can go directly to the website. I'm pretty sure right away we ask, let's chat or want to talk or something like that. So it's pretty simple. People always mess it up, though. They think it's heartbrainmarketing.com. It is not. It is just heartbrain.marketing.
Okay.
So, yeah. You can check it out there. Thanks.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining me. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, likewise. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all learned something today. I did. So I will see you all next time.